Guess who's back? Back again. Cody's back. Tell some men. But I'm reviewing Eminem's new album. Also, I'm not gay, but also I am a stan. I just want to say that right off the bat. I have framed photos of Eminem pre Dr. Dre. Eminem's first job. I don't know if it's first job. Whatever. Keep it rolling. Okay, so I just want to preface that I'm a stan. I just want to let you guys know, like, I have Eminem books. I've read this one. I read that one right before I recorded Frustrated. I also have Eminem books. Eminem coloring books. Who has Eminem coloring books? I'm a stan, okay? I'm trying to prove it. Because I feel like the stans out there, it's like I need to preface that I'm a stan because the Eminem fans out there who want to hear the breakdown of the album are going to be like, you're just a stan. So I'm trying to like preface that and say, yes, I gotta stop saying that word, but I gotta say, yes, I am a stan. But at the same time, I'm worried that the stans are gonna be like, you're not a stan. So I have a fucking Eminem crossword book. So fucking, I'm a stan, okay? The end of story. All right, so moving on. I'm gonna break down this whole album. It's a concept album. You're supposed to listen to it from beginning to end, and you're supposed to like understand like what the whole album's about. It's a whole, in my opinion, it's three different parts. It's Slim Shady and Eminem combined, and then the end is Eminem. Okay, so I'm gonna be referring to Slim Shady as Slim Shady and Eminem as Eminem. So just try to pay attention to where I'm going with this. Okay, so looks weird without the picture. That's what I get for putting a fucking thumbtack up there, like thinking that was gonna hold it, but whatever. I don't even know where this picture's from, but look at that. Look at that. I said it was pre-Dr. Dre. I'm just guessing, but might not be, but it feels like it. That's why I put it up there, because I'm a professional rapper. That's another thing. This is the perspective of not only a stan, but a professional rapper who's been out here rapping. And I know a lot of people either hate Eminem or they hate stans. This video is probably not for you. Yo, Lotus, he's a rapper from around here, from Oshawa. Great rapper. He's fucking awesome. But I don't think he likes Eminem. But even more than not liking Eminem, I don't think he likes stans. I don't think he likes the fucking people who love Eminem like me. I just grew up on him. Like, I listened to him for the first time. I went from, like, Korn, Limp Bizkit, and then transitioned to Eminem. And, yeah, I fell in love with him. And then made love to him. And then proposed to him in a letter, and he never wrote back. But moving on. So the first song of the album is Renaissance. This song is, like, a good intro to the album. He starts with the Hawk Tua. I don't know if he's trying to make the reference to the Hawk Tua meme or whatnot, but he does like hork. He hork spits at the beginning of it. It's clearly Slim Shady rapping. Like I said, I'm going to be talking about Slim Shady and also Eminem. So, and this one is clearly Slim Shady. He's like rapping about, you know, as soon as I stop giving a fuck, I sell a bit, which was a dope line. But, yeah, so it's clearly Slim Shady. He refers to himself in this song as Slim Shady. Like, he says, I'm Shady. So he's embracing the Slim Shady, definitely in the first song. And then a lot of people think the first song he's dissing J. Cole and Kendrick and blah, blah, blah. But he says in the song, that's traveling to the mind of a hater. Blah, 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 blah. And then he goes on about saying, like, Joyner's album is corny. Shady's new shit is way worse, referring to himself as Shady. You would probably find a problem with 36 chambers. You know what I mean? Like, he's just saying, like, in the mind of a hater, you're hating on all these fucking great artists. And he's always name dropping the artists because he's like giving them a shout out. He's not dissing them. I see a lot of people being like, "Oh, I can't believe, I can't wait to hear J. Cole's response." It's like he's not fucking dissing any of them, you idiots. Be a stan like me and fucking understand. No, but I don't expect anyone to understand any of this shit just listening to it. When it first dropped, I actually just clicked on like the most viewed songs. I just wanted to hear it. It was temporary. And but then I realized that like a lot of people are probably doing that and they're not like listening to the whole thing. But you know, hang on, this is bugging me. I'm gonna put this up. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The other one's on the floor. I'm not gonna go get it. Anyway, so moving on to the second song, Habits. White Gold's on the hook. Oh, it's such a good song. In my opinion, like I said, I'm a stan. So in my opinion, it's clearly Slim Shady rapping. I actually think it goes from Slim Shady to Eminem, and if you listen to Habits, I feel like you can hear it transitioning. But whatever. So it's clearly Slim Shady rapping. He's dissing trans people. He says, "Rapid retard." Multiple times. It's clearly Slim Shady. He refers to himself as Shady in this song as well. Um, he disses midgets. And then at the end he goes, "I'm just playing little people. You know I love you." You know what I mean? The classic Slim Shady. So the first half of the album is a lot of Slim Shady, like that song. And then we get on to Trouble. That's the third song. He disses blind people, deaf people, Christopher Reeves. And he says in the song, "I'm trying to get it." I think it's the intro, like leading into the song. He says, "I'm trying to get us canceled." That's what Slim Shady's saying to Eminem. "I'm trying to get us canceled with this song, number 3." Okay, then that brings us into Brand New Dance. Brand New Dance is like fucking. It's like one of those fucking songs, you know what I mean? Like my band, you know what I mean? Or Just Lose It, where it's just like silly, goofy, like dancey kind of song. It reminds you of like Eminem Encore, right? Or the Eminem show. But it sounds like Encore so fucking much. Why is that? I wonder why. We're gonna discuss that later on in the video, but it sounds like Encore, which is kind of weird. Yeah, so he's dissing Christopher Reeves in it, and just doing his old Slim Shady shit. If you listen to it, it's a Slim Shady song, okay? Slim Shady. Okay, so moving on from number 4, we're going to number 5. That's Evil. Also, evil. I'm so evil. It's so Encore Eminem. It's so Encore Eminem. It just sounds like it. But he even says in the second verse, "Meet my twin" at the end of it. Like, meet my twin, like Shady. Third verse, I kind of think in Evil, third verse, it goes from Eminem rapping to Slim Shady and back to Eminem. Like, you can kind of hear the transition. I'm not going to be playing the songs in this video, but like you guys can kind of hear that for yourself. You can kind of like hear how he goes from the Slim Shady, like more high pitched, like Slim Shady, brain dead like Jim Brady, and then he goes into the, like more Eminem. Like, you guys can figure it out for yourselves. This is gay people like usual. And he's also dissing his mom in Evil, the track 5, which is like, that's what Slim Shady does, right? He disses everybody. He says fucking fucked up shit, tries to get a reaction. So Evil goes into, sorry, I wrote down some notes and it's behind. This part's kind of behind. So Evil goes into, a skit. Must be a skit. And in the skit, he's saying, "Why are you doing this? Like, why are you doing this to me?" And he goes, you can escape. And Slim Shady says to Eminem, "You can escape me. You created me. Like, you can't kill me. You can't escape me. I'm all that you got." So like, Slim Shady's been rapping this whole time, and Eminem's like, "Why are you doing this in this skit?" He's saying, "Why are you dissing gay people? Why are you dissing trans people? Why are you like going off and doing all this shit like you always do? Why are you doing this?" And he's saying, like, "You made me. Like, this is like, I'm all you got." So I just want to fix my mic real quick. Oh, that's way better. Okay, so that's 5 going into. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out my notes here. I should have just had them on a clipboard or something. Okay, so that goes into Lucifer. This song's all right. It's clearly Shady rapping. He disses his mom. He disses his dad. Sly Piper's on the hook. Sly Piper? Barely know her. But I don't know who that is, but they sound all right. And it kind of, to me, in my opinion, it sounds like it's Eminem and Shady going back and forth. Like, come on, my fellow stans, go listen to that song again and to hear how you can hear like third verse is Slim Shady talking to Eminem. That's very clear. but it seems like they're kind of going back and forth. You can kind of hear the transition, like the Slim Shady's a little higher pitch. Um, it's a great song. I like the song. I said I was gonna rank all these songs. I don't think I'm gonna rank the songs, but at the end I'll tell you what ones I think are best if you don't figure it out by the time I get there. So after Lucifer comes Antichrist. I love this song. It's clearly Slim Shady rapping again. He disses. He brings up Epstein. He disses Cosby, Meg the Stallion, and Nicki Minaj. He name drops them. He's getting more into like modern disses. Like he brings up P Diddy and Cassie. Getting his ass beat just like P Diddy did Cassie. He like censored it on his album. He does that to some. He did that with a Beyonce one back in the day. Like I got jelly like Beyonce's pot belly, but he bleeped out pot belly or Beyonce. But yeah, he also disses Will and Jada. And then he says things like Dre in the end of the last verse, I believe. He's like, Dre sent me to do this. I'm the devil. And I'm doing his bidding. He says something along the lines of that, which is like Slim Shady. Like I'm doing the bidding of Eminem. I'm doing what but then Bizarre's in this song. So I listen to Antichrist over and over. It's one of my favorites, maybe top 5, but I love Bizarre's fucking verse on it. I love Bizarre so fucking much. He's so good. So classic. But he has this thing, he's like, Bruce Jenner, fuck that hoe. And then he says, Meg the Stallion, I want to suck that toe. Like, yes, he knows me so well. I just would love to suck Meg the Stallion's fucking shot up toe. Yo, R.I.P. Tory Lanez. I know he's not dead, but he's in jail and fucking don't shoot girls in the foot, I guess. I don't know. I like Tory Lanez though. He's so talented. He's amazing. Okay, so Antichrist goes into Fuel. I'm going to say this right here. Right here at 12 seconds and 12 minutes and 18 seconds into the video. I'm going to say Fuel is my favorite song on this whole fucking album. It's so fucking good. Not only is it my favorite song, but JID or JID, I don't know, JID, he's the best feature on the whole album. We got some good features, but the JID feature is the best. I can't stop listening to this song. The hook is fucking crazy. Well, I emphasize that a lot, but it's not like crazy. It's good. It's good. The hook is fucking fire. It's classic, like Slim Shady's type shit. This is P Diddy, which is awesome. It's clearly Slim Shady rapping again, like I said. But then he has that scheme that conquer the consequence, of confidence, and then the common sense, and down to the bro. So it's just dope. It's the top of the line Eminem song. It's like classic fucking Eminem show, fucking Marshmallows LP. It's the shit. Oh, it's such a good song. I want to listen to it again right now. I'm actually gonna listen to the song as soon as I quit this video, and then I'm never listening to Eminem again. I'm so done with this. The album came out on Friday. I've been working on this shit all fucking weekend. I'm so fucking tired of Eminem. I'm not gonna lie. I am a stan though. I proved it. So we're good. Okay, so after Fuel comes Road Rage, which is a feature Dem Joints, Sly Piper. Barely know her. I don't know those people, but it was it was a good song. He dissed trans people. I like the hook. I do like how how Sly Piper blends that hook in with everything. I feel like it's a good vibe with the beat. Road Rage is not one of my favorite songs. It's not going to be in my top fucking even 10 to tell you the truth, but he has this diss against fat people in the second or third verse. I do feel personally attacked. What he says is do something about it or own it, which I do kind of agree with, but why did he have to say it to me though? Like I love him, but no, it's a good song, Road Rage. And then in that there's like a little skit where he dyes Shady's hair. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm dyeing my hair," and he's like, "Whatever." In my opinion, he talks about trans rights and stuff like that, right? But Eminem, I don't know. In my notes I wrote down Eminem Shady Battle. So listen to that song. I hate that I forget what the fuck I was talking about when I wrote that down, but I think they're doing some sort of battle against each other, which totally makes sense with the songs that are coming up. So the next song is Houdini. Great song. It's like the Without Me, like this looks like a job for me, but it's like, it's that sort of style of song. Great song. But in the video, Eminem and Shady fight. Like Shady comes through a portal from 2003 or whatever, and they fucking fight it out. It's clearly Shady rapping in it. He's like doing the same old disses and shit. And that's the thing, is that a lot of people were like, why is he dissing Christopher Reeves, and why is he like dissing fucking trans people and doing all this shit? But it's just like, that's the character. That's Shady. The whole, I don't know if I explained this, man, because I forget, because I've tried to record this video so many times, but like, it's 3 parts. The first part is Shady. It's all like old Slim Shady shit. But Eminem kind of realizes in the album that he's like, yo, you only say this shit to get people going. You only say this shit. Anyway, I'm going to get to that as we go along. So, Road Rage. It's a good song, decent song. Not my top 10. Okay. No. Sorry. We're already on Houdini. So at the end of Houdini, there's a skit, breaking news, right? Or I think it's after Houdini, breaking news. And it's Slim Shady showing Eminem. He's like, look, we made the news. Like, look, everyone's freaking out because of all of this stuff I said against like trans people and the fat people and the midgets and some little people and the gay people or the faggots or whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to be politically correct. I'm not trying to upset anybody. But but yeah, so he says all that shit, right? And then we get into, where are we going? 12? I just didn't. Oh, 12 was the skit. Okay, so then we get into Guilty Conscience. Here we go. Here's the meat and potatoes of this fucking thing. Guilty Conscience isn't probably in my top 5 songs of the album at all, but it's critical for the album, for the concept. It's critical for the concept. So in the song he says, all right, you got what you wanted, just let me go, And he goes like, you want to fat shame people, you want to bully people, you want to, like, it's Eminem talking to Shady in this song. He's saying like, you want to diss trans people, you want to diss blind people and deaf people, and like you like, why do you think that's okay? And he even mentions like, you were bullied and you scrutinized all your bullies that said shit to you. Why do you think it's okay for you to do it? And Slim Shady's kind of like, it's a joke. He's like, it's just a joke. And Eminem's like, no, it's not a joke. All that shit you're saying at the beginning of the album, it's embarrassing to me. I'm a 51-year-old fucking man. This is what Eminem's saying. And he's like, I'm a 51-year-old man. He doesn't say that exactly, but he does say it's embarrassing. He goes, I'm a 51-year-old man. Like, you're saying all this fucking shit, and like, I don't stand by that. And he kind of breaks down, like, you just say this shit to get people going. But this is where the Brand New Dance song comes in, okay? He says this in the song, that he said, you recorded that song in 2004. Why didn't you put it out? You recorded it for Encore. And he said, I took it off because Christopher Reeves died. So that's Eminem being like, I don't think it's right to diss a paraplegic who just died. I don't think that's right. But Slim Shady is saying, why the fuck you take that off Encore? So that just lets you guys know that the Brand New Dance song is wasn't recorded for this album. It's not for this album. It was for Encore. But he had to put it in here, you know what I mean? To kind of like, so he goes, so that's why it sounds like Encore so much, right? And he's like, it's a Christopher Reeves diss, pretty much, the Brand New Dance song. So he's like, why didn't you put it out? Christopher Reeves died, right? And in this song, he's kind of like, Slim Shady's like, you created me. You need me to make this work. And he goes, no, that's not what it is. He's like, I used you to pretty much like get popularity. I was able to like talk shit and say shit and be like, oh no, it wasn't me that said it. It's Slim Shady, my alter ego, right? So anyway, that Guilty Conscience song is so good. It's not like the first one. Like it's not. It shouldn't be a part two of Guilty Conscience. Like the first one is so fucking good. So like it's like I'm trying to read my notes. I'm sorry. I just didn't want to like stop talking. Okay, so we're moving on from 13 to 14. Head Honcho. In my opinion, Head Honcho, the worst feature. So I don't hate the kid either. I think he's a great rapper. I think he's fucking great. But that he switched languages so soon in it, it was like I started vibing to it, and then he switched languages, and I'm like, if he did that in the third and let me just vibe to the song, but as soon as I started getting into the song, it's just, but this song Head Honcho, it's the first Eminem song. Because in Guilty Conscious, he kills Slim Shady, and Houdini, Guilty Conscious, kills Slim Shady. Now we're going on to Eminem songs. So Head Honcho was like the first Eminem song of the album, and you can clearly hear it. You know, you'll be a stand till I die, is what I wrote down. Okay, don't know what that means. And oh, you know what? On the Guilty Conscious, also the last one, he wakes up and he's like, oh, I had a dream that fucking Slim Shady was saying all this shit and I couldn't stop him, blah blah blah. I just realized the notes at the bottom of the page said that. This took me so long to throw together, honestly. And not only that, like the album just came out Friday, so you can only listen to it so many times and have somewhat of an opinion. I know my opinions 5 years from now, 2 years from now, 6 months from now, 2 months from now will change from what I believe right now, for sure. But, okay, we're going to keep going. That's Head Honcho. Not a huge fan of that song. So the next one's Temporary. What can I say about this? The first time I listened to it, I cried. And then I gave it a day. And I was like, you know, after giving it a day, maybe I was just in a weird emotional spot. But I'll listen to it again. And I fucking cried again. It's such a good song. Great concept. I really love the clips that he has in the song with him and Haley, like going back and forth, and Haley swearing, and he's like, no cussing and stuff like that. It reminds me a lot of Haley's song, My Baby Girl, staring out the window. I want you to grow up with pride. That's not how the song goes at all, but like, I just wanted to trigger your memory. Probably going to get copyright claim from YouTube because that was pretty good. I sounded exactly like Eminem. So that goes in a bad one. I'm a bad one. But so this one's like, this is Eminem. So we're going on Eminem songs, right? Starting with Head Honcho. These are Eminem. So this is where we're transitioning from no more Shady, no more dissing Christopher Reeves and fat people and trans people and blah, blah. Now we're getting into Eminem. Slim Shady is now dead, okay? So he's kind of moved on. So what we're getting on to now is, yeah, Temporary, and then the next one is Bad One. So in this one, he's bragging about money. He's bragging about my gold records, my diamond records. I really like the line that he says when he's like, miniature golf. I thought you said you were looking for men to jerk off. Miniature golf, men to jerk off. I love that. I love jerking off, man. So in this song, he kind of explains like, when I upset you with something that I say, it was easy for me to go like, it wasn't me that said it, Shady did it. There's a line in there that says that. He also disses MGK in this song. So this song to me would be like the last song on the list, like my least favorite, other than he does this MGK, which is kind of cool, and he does give Jelly Roll a shout out. Like, well, not a shout out. He goes, my belly's big as Jelly Roll. So he kind of like diss a Jelly Roll, I guess. But no, he gives him a shout out, and he also mentions MGK, which is kind of awesome. The next song, Toby. There's a music video out for it. But in Toby, if you see, so he's killed Eminem, right? He's killed Eminem in these songs. When we get on to Toby, he's chopping up the body of He killed Slim Shady in these songs. He's chopping up Slim Shady in the fucking, and he's talking about how he's a goat. Slim Shady never said goat, never said I'm the goat, blah blah blah. He dissed like paraplegic people. Eminem in this song, he's saying he's the GOAT. He's chopping up Eminem. And then at the end, there's a Ken Kniff skit. Ken Kniff from Connecticut. It's been on every single album. Honestly, this album is such a great album. I honestly think it's up there with like the Eminem show and stuff. I am going to do a video of breaking down the albums and doing like a tier list or some sort of list of albums. If you want me to do that, let me know, because I kind of want to do that, like my favorite Eminem album to the least favorite. So after Toby, we're moving on to the skit from Ken Kniff. That's number 18. Then number 19, Save Me. Somebody save me. Somebody save me. Save me from myself. I'm not going to try to sing. But, Jelly Roll's on this fucking album. This is amazing. Jelly Roll, I've been watching him since he was telling people to tell his PO he hung drywall. That 10-minute freestyle. Look up Jelly Roll 10-minute freestyle. That's the first shit I ever saw from Jelly Roll. And, yeah, so in this song, he's saying, I'm sorry for doing drugs. Did I skip Temporary? No, I didn't. So in this song, Somebody Saved Me, he's talking about how he's sorry for doing drugs, sorry for neglecting his kids, sorry for just chasing drugs. He's saying sorry to Nate, his brother. He's pretty much saying sorry to everyone. So this is Eminem. Like this last half of the album is all Eminem. He's squashing his beefs. He's saying sorry to people. And he even says in this song that he'll be able to turn it around. You know what I mean? But all in all, this whole fucking album is great. It's probably in my top 5. No, it's definitely in my top 5 Eminem albums for sure. I like Relapse a lot. I like, obviously, the first 3. Nobody can go wrong with the first 3. But it's just such a fucking solid album. It really is. And, I hope you like my breakdown. I'm going to do more solo videos like this as opposed to podcast videos with my brother. But I like doing this solo stuff. But the rap stuff, I'm going to do mostly myself, So, I hope I explained it for you guys. I hope you guys understand that kind of the concept of the album. And I hope I proved that was a stand. Either way, have a great night. Love y'all.